This is Smarter San Diego TV.
Millennials and baby boomers alike, they want to be in urban environments right now.
Thank God for the Electoral College vote.
In a 4-hour breakfast, we raised $9,000. So that's something that we take pretty seriously.
And you can't diet your way into being lean and fit. They go together.
In New York City, deciding what's best for the rest of the freaking country.
This is not a market built on a stack of cards. It's a solid foundation.
0%. That is a thumbs up.
Everyone has a life worth telling a story about. And the more adversity that you faced, the deeper your story.
Well, am I going to be okay in it? Like, am I going to be able to walk?
There's just so much creativity in this town that it's hard to hide it.
Well, you have these beliefs, well, what do you do with it?
The top volleyball club in San Diego and the nation is joining us on set today. Give a huge welcome to Wave Beach Director Matt Olson and athletes Ravena Bailey and Kalee Graff.
All right, here we are. It's volleyball time. We got the Wave volleyball crew here. Matt Olson, how you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. How are you?
Thanks for coming in today to talk to us about Wave. My daughter couldn't be here. She's a player at Wave. Her mom's actually a coach too, and so we have a lot going on there at Wave. But I've seen what it's been for her, and I thought it was so cool. I was like, you know what, we have to get you guys on the show. We have to tell people about what's going on there at Wave, which is one of the premier volleyball clubs in the nation, really. Yep. And it's right here in our backyard here in San Diego. We have a couple of athletes that you brought with us today, Ravena and Kalee. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right. Do you guys always talk at the same time?
No.
Are you brothers? Forrest Gump joke, sorry. That's probably, you guys know Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember
that? No.
All right, so we're gonna have some fun today, but you're both seniors, is that right?
I'm a junior. I'm a senior.
Okay, junior, senior, but you both play on the 18s.
Yes.
Beach.
Yeah.
You're both beach players. Mm-hmm. Which is a new thing, right, Matt? Like this,
yeah.
Volleyball was like beach has been around for a long time. I mean, Karchkarai days, everybody remembers that. But it's just become something that's, I guess you would say, academically incorporated into what's going on at the colleges. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, that's correct. The beach volleyball game's growing, and it became an NC2A sport about 2 years ago. And so since that happened, the beach side of Wave volleyball has just kind of taken off like this. And these are two athletes that actually played indoor earlier in their career, and they saw the opportunity to switch to beach, and now they're college-committed beach players, and they're really enjoying the experience in the sand, if you will.
Yeah, which is so cool. I love beach. It's such a different game. Two completely different games. But if you go and you watch some high-level indoor, it's amazing. It's like watching an orchestra take place. I mean, it's crazy what's going on, how many people there are, how many responsibilities. In beach, it's you and one other person.
Correct.
Do you guys play with each other? Are you guys on a team, if you will?
I mean, we practice at a club together. That's
together.
Like our team.
It's a
I mean, like when you're competing, is it you two?
We've played in a tournament one time.
One time?
We like switch partners. It's your team is whoever you choose for that weekend.
Oh, really? So it's all right.
A little different.
Yeah. So how does that work? How many players are there on the 18s Wave Beach team?
Yeah, it's a great question. So in our club, as the girls just talked about, there are 250 athletes approximately. And so the 18s is anyone that is either a junior or senior classified as an 18s. So it's a little different than indoor. Where indoor we have 4 18s teams, 4 17s teams. Where on the beach we've got probably, let's say, 12 or 14 athletes that comprise the 17s and 18s division.
Okay.
And on the beach, 17 and 18s play together. So it's all one group, and so these two comprise of an 18 and under age group.
So like at a tournament, you would have, like 7 or 8 different teams in that age group.
Yeah, correct. We could, but like each tournament, the players. So indoor, the teams they're set tournaments they have to go to. Beach, these players can choose where they want to go to, and so sometimes we'll have 8 teams at a tournament. Sometimes we'll have 15. Sometimes we'll have 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a little different on that front.
But it's not like they're tagging each other in, right? Like once you have a team of 2, that's set
for that day.
Okay, yeah. That's wild.
Yeah,
that's
different.
So much fun though. I mean, beach, and this is how young are the beach players at Wave? Because I know my daughter started a little earlier than most. She started when she was 6, indoor, which is pretty early. A lot of the girls start when they're maybe 9 at indoor. What about beach?
So this time of year, during our spring season, we have what is it? It's 5th through 12th grade is what we offer.
Okay.
That's kind of how it comprises, but we also have 3rd through 6th grade clinics like the indoor club does. And indoor, as you mentioned, is like pretty much 10 and under is the first age group that starts. For us, there's like a 12U division that would start, so it's a little older than indoor. Indoor, there's probably more opportunities at the younger ages.
Yeah, because it's just a lot harder game.
Yeah.
The beach game is just a lot harder. A great workout. I mean, in fact, I reached out to you to figure out where to buy a good volleyball net for outdoor because I want to start playing with Maya on the beach because it's a good workout.
For sure.
Plain and simple. But for these young athletes, I mean, for you guys, you at some point made a decision to go to beach, right? I'm assuming that you didn't always want to play beach. You were playing indoor. You started there, right?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yeah, at one point when I first started, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But then a year later, I decided that I wanted to switch officially.
Okay, you both had the same experience? You started playing beach and didn't like it?
Yeah.
Like, I started playing indoor, and then I tried beach, and it was, like, too hard.
Yeah, I was like, this is bad.
And then, like, I kind of missed beach, and then so I went back to beach, and I stayed.
Now, why did you go back to beach?
I mean, I like the atmosphere of being on a beach instead of the gym.
It's more fun, yeah.
And less people, so you're touching every play, whereas indoor, you could be sitting on the bench, not involved.
Okay. So it's just a lot more involved. There's a lot more going on. So if you want to be seriously active with it, beach might be for you then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any advice for maybe the younger athletes out there who are playing indoor, maybe they're not super stoked about it as far as considering the beach side?
If you don't like it, keep going. I mean, it worked out for us.
Yeah.
So when we say worked out, what does that mean exactly when you say worked out?
Like, it ended up being fun.
Yeah, like
I really didn't like I went home, like, almost crying to my mom, like, don't make me do that again. But
that's hilarious. Well, now, I guess what I was sort of poking towards with the worked out thing is that you both you're committed to playing in beach in college.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And you're a senior, you're a junior. So as a junior, you're already committed to a college. What college are you guys going to?
I'm going to Cal State University, Long Beach.
Awesome. And are you able to get a scholarship for playing beach at these universities?
Long Beach doesn't offer a scholarship for
Okay.
beach volleyball, but
That's cool.
I'm going to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, and
Nice.
I got a scholarship to play there.
Very, very cool. I was just in San Luis Obispo this weekend. I think you're going to really like it there.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It's really, really cool. That is amazing. So Matt, the game's changed then. It's not just indoor. Because the outdoor player, isn't also the physicality, the different? You know, like indoor, you sort of have very specific roles, right? Middles, outsides, defensive specialists, setters. But in the beach, you kind of got to be able to do everything.
Right?
Right?
Exactly right. You're an experienced volleyball coach in yourself. You named all those correctly and et cetera. But yeah, like the girls mentioned it, and you've mentioned as well already in the show that on indoor there's 6 people on the court at one time, and on the beach there's only 2. One unknown little fact is that the beach court is slightly smaller. So there is a little less surface area to cover, but if you're just looking at the 2 courts, you probably never catch that. But it is a little smaller. And some athletes, for whatever reasons, decide to phase out of indoor, and then beach is an avenue. But because you have to be good at every skill, and you touch the ball, as Kalee mentioned, every other touch, like you're very hands-on, and it kind of you got to be very engaged to make it work.
Yeah, there's no taking plays off.
No, you lose.
Yeah. You can't take any plays off. But it's also a totally different game, whereas the indoor game is more of a power game, right? Especially as you get to the older levels.
Sure.
It's very much a power game.
Sure.
The attacks, back row attacks, even in the ladies, which you didn't see that a lot. I watched a lot of college volleyball in the 90s and early 2000s, and you didn't see a lot of back row attacks in the women's game. But you do now.
Yeah.
I mean, even earlier than college, you're seeing back row attacks and stuff like that. So it's really a power game indoor. Outdoor, more of a finesse game. Did you guys notice that when you made the transition?
yes, like for beach, it's just placing the ball where the other team isn't. Like you don't have to swing really hard. Like that gets kills and it gets points, but like if you just like poke the ball over the net, then you can win that way.
Hit it where they ain't. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that's more like of a mind game.
Mm-hmm.
Think got to be one step ahead.
Yeah.
Right. It's a lot more about deception, right? When you're attacking, you want to get them to think that you're going somewhere that you're not.
Yeah.
And as long as you can do that, I mean, some of the best side out guys in the history of AVP and gals too were just super good. I mean, they weren't necessarily the freakish, jumpers, or there were a few guys out there who were
Sure.
freakish like that, but most of them were just really good at being extremely deceitful with their attack.
Yeah.
And hitting it in places where you just couldn't imagine that's where they were going to hit it, based on where their body was, where they were looking, and how they approached it. So, that is a little bit more of a chess match aspect to the beach game, whereas I think the indoor game is probably a little more about execution. Get the perfect pass, get the perfect set, smash the ball. Do you find that it's more rewarding to dink one when somebody has some big block, just dink it right over them, versus spiking the ball down, or do you still look for those opportunities to whale away?
I think they're both fun, getting the point.
Just if you make an easy play and you get the point, that's fun, but then if you get a perfect set, then you want to swing as hard as you can. Because then it feels good. It feels good to be able to hit really hard and get a point that way too. And our coaches, they always say to come in hard, so the other team thinks you're gonna hit, and then you just roll shot it really fast.
Yeah.
And then the other team is just stuck on their feet. They don't know what to do, so that works.
Okay. What is coaching like? What's the difference, for you, Matt? Is that you've transitioned to the beach guy at Wave.
Yeah.
What is that like now? What is different?
Well, I think the biggest difference what we're experiencing is that, so on the beach we have 4 to 5 courts going at one time per practice, and these girls can attest that I kind of bounce around, and so I'm with a variety of different players, and on the bottom courts sometimes we have kids that are just very inexperienced, and so they're working on approaches and kind of early technique in the game, where these girls in the top court are much more advanced, much faster, as you mentioned, kind of like the college level. And so for me, being able to see it all at every practice has been very interesting and rewarding. And indoor, and when I've coached indoor, it's actually been a while, but you have one group of 10 or 12 girls you're with every single practice. And so you're developing different things in different ways, where the beach, it's an ongoing. And then at the beach, we have wind one day, cold the next, rain the following. And so there's always elements that are involved as well, and sometimes our practices are shaped they go back sets or they go lower sets based on the conditions, so it always keeps us all on our toes, which is really fun.
No question, the wind can be huge when it comes to beach
big
volleyball.
part of it.
Great stuff, Matt. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate your time today. Ladies, thank you so much for coming, and good luck at the next level.
Thank you.
Stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else, commercial free.
Good catch.